Toyota dealers today. BMX Biking Championship tonight at 6.
A-Team Challenge. Southwest Florida high schools competing for academic excellence. Presented by NBC2 and the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools. Sponsored by Columbia HCA, Northern Trust Bank, and Bonita Bay Properties. With your host, Craig Wolf.
Fans, are you ready? Yell, go! A-Team! Yell it, go! A-Team! Viking fans, are you ready? Yell, watch! On two! Yeah! Watch! On two! Go! A-Team! Yeah! Watch! On two!
And good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much. Welcome to our new look A-Team Challenge for 1998. Good to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon. We hope you stay with us for this entire season of the A-Team Challenge, which runs through April, when two of the 24 or so Southwest Florida area high schools that are competing will compete once again to find out who's going to win the 1998 A-Team Challenge. This is a televised high school academic quiz show, the only one in the area. The rules are very simple. We invite schools in. Today it is Bishop Verot and Clewiston High Schools. We ask questions in 4 rounds. Correct answers to questions in the first round worth 5 points. Second round, 10 points. Third round, 20 points. Fourth round is called the final exam. That's when teams can choose from one of 4 categories, risk up to 100 points, ask a question, and possibly decide the outcome of the game. We're going to meet our players, and we'll talk a little bit more about the A-Team Challenge as we move on. But without further ado, let's begin the competition today, as I said, between Bishop Verot and Clewiston High Schools. Are we ready? Hands on buzzers, and here we go. First question. Coca leaves, chewed by the Incas in ancient times, contain a small amount of this narcotic.
Cocaine.
Let me call on you first before you answer. Roger, go ahead. Clewiston?
Yeah, cocaine.
That's good for 5 points. We ask math questions here on the A-Team Challenge, and we furnish pens and papers and pencils, and here's our first one of today. The square root of what whole number is approximately 7.071? Steve, Bishop Verot, you got it in time.
50.
50 is correct for 5 points. Moving ahead, for some time after the founding of the United States, the right to vote was limited chiefly on the basis of A, education, B, property. Bishop Verot, Steve.
B, property.
B, property is correct. The other possibilities were ancestry, religion, and political affiliation. 5 more for Bishop Verot. People who testify in court to some matter of which they have personal knowledge are called what? Bishop Verot, Steve.
Witness.
It's the Steve Show, and you're correct for 5 points. From the Greek to omit, it's the partial or total obscuring of one celestial body by another. What am I defining? Clewiston, Philip.
Eclipse.
An eclipse is correct. 5 points for Clewiston. Correct the error in the following sentence. Of the 2 plans, his was the best. Bishop Verot, Steve.
His was better.
That is correct for 5 points. Identify the Black Knight in Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott. Is it Sir Galahad, Quentin Durward, Cedric, Richard the Lionhearted, or Kenilworth? Correct answer, Richard the Lionhearted. That, by the way, is the sound that you hear when nobody buzzes in with the correct answer in the allotted time. Next, what is the name we give to music that comes from the people and which often has an unknown composer? Philip, Clewiston.
Folk music.
Folk music, correct for 5 points. It was begun in 1891 and substantially completed by 1916. Moscow and Vladivostok are linked on this longest of all rail lines. Identify it. Bishop Verot, Ed.
The Trans-Siberian Railroad.
That is correct for 5 points. What is the next line in this excerpt from a Robert Frost poem? Quote, "The woods are lovely, dark, and deep." But I have promises to keep is the correct answer. Continuing with our 5-point round now, what do scientists call a hypothesis that is continually supported by experimental evidence? Clewiston, Roger.
A theory.
A theory will get you 5 points. What economic term describes a general increase in the value of an item? Clewiston, Tyrone.
Inflation.
No, that's incorrect. I'm sorry. Bishop Verot, I'll finish it for you. What economic term describes a general increase in the value of an item or property? Appreciation. When you own a home, you will appreciate the significance of that answer, hopefully. Ancient times are defined as extending until AD 476. The date of what pivotal event? Bishop Verot, Paul.
Fall of the Roman Empire?
That's good for 5 points. Very good. A strawberry plant that has a stem that grows along the ground. What is the term for such a stem? A strawberry plant has a stem that grows along the ground. What is the term for such a stem? Bishop Verot, Ed?
Rider?
No, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Clewiston, you get a shot at it. Jennifer?
A runner.
A runner is right for 5 points. In 1956, a national uproar developed after seamstress Rosa Parks refused to give what up to a... Bishop Verot, Steve.
Her seat on a bus?
That is right, to a white man in Montgomery, Alabama. Math question now. What are the prime factors of 132? Steve, Bishop Verot. Quickly, please.
2, 3, and 11.
It's correct for 5 points. Which continent has the most severe weather? Jamie, Bishop Verot.
Asia?
No, sorry, that's incorrect. Clewiston, Philip.
Antarctica?
That is good for 5 points. What state borders New York and Pennsylvania? Bishop Verot, Jamie.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, correct for 5. What is the process of removing metals from the earth called? Bishop Verot, Steve.
Mining?
Mining is good for 5. Anoxia, A-N-O-X-I-A, is the name of the condition caused by oxygen starvation. This problem is solved in air travel by doing what to the cabins? Bishop Verot, Steve.
Pressurizing.
Pressurizing them is correct for 5 points. The perpendicular distance from the vertex to the base of a triangle is called what? Bishop Verot, Steve.
Height?
Or the altitude, either one, good for 5 points. And that is the gong, or whatever you would like to call it, signifying the end of round 1 of the A-Team Challenge. We're going to show you the score, and as we do, we're going to meet some of our players. Let's start with those from Bishop Verot High School. Paul Catalina, you play football, you go to the movies, you watch sports, especially the Dallas Cowboys, but you do have a couple of honors here also. Can you tell us quickly about them?
Student body president at school, and I also went to the National Young Leaders Conference in Washington, D.C.
That's it? Congratulations, Paul. Stephen Davis, his hobbies, including a church youth group. He likes to play basketball. You're an 11th grader. Do you have any college plans yet?
Not really. Just plan on going to study law.
Study law, and you do some work right now at a local supermarket, correct?
Yeah.
Want to give him a quick plug?
Publix.
Yeah, like they need one, right? Thank you very much. Jamie Crandall is an 11th grader, plays a little guitar. No truth to the rumor, that was you riffing at the beginning of the 18? No, okay. And what do you do besides play the guitar?
Well, I'm in Key Club, and I'm in Model UN, and I'm also a usher at my church.
Good for you. A 12th grader at the end here is Edward Lowe. Tennis, drama, painting, some of his hobbies. Any plans for college, Edward?
I plan to study the business or law, depending on which.
Okay. We'll be right back. We're going to introduce you to the people from Clewiston and continue with the A-Team Challenge in just a minute.
The Rollers have gotten pretty used to winning. But now Strikers captain Eddie Scooter Davenport is back. Eddie was sidelined by a sore on his foot that wouldn't heal. Got so bad he couldn't put on his shoes. But Eddie went to the Wound Care Center, part of Curative's national network of wound care specialists. They helped heal Eddie's foot, and now he's back in winning form. So if you've got a sore that won't heal, come to your Curative Network member Wound Care Center and get your life back.
Meet the people of Northern Trust, a bank built on 100 years of exceptional personal service. The people of Northern are your very neighbors, friends, and business associates. Their expertise lies in leadership, business development, banking, catering to the international client, local trust and investment management, loans, and brokerage. 2 offices, one in North Naples and one in Old Naples, extend the personal service of Northern Trust to clients throughout Collier County. Welcome to Northern Trust Bank, the private bank.
Earth. Sky.
Bonita Bay offers all of the basic elements in all of the right proportions.
Yell it, yeah! Louder now, go! 18! Come on! Yell it, yeah! Louder now, go! 18!
That would be one of the many new features here on the A-Team Challenge for 1998. Glad you're with us. We're meeting our players now from Clewiston High School. Philip Thomas, 12th grader. Any plans for college, Philip?
I'd like to attend the Georgia Institute of Technology and study electrical engineering.
Have you begun that application process yet?
Yes, I've been accepted.
You've been accepted. Congratulations. Roger Plouffe is also a 12th grader. He's into sports and computers and reading. You got some honors to tell us about, Roger. Can you run them down quickly?
Yes, I'm a member of the National Honor Society, the Spanish Honor Society, and Mu Alpha Theta.
And do you know where you're going to go to school yet?
Right now, it looks like I'm going to be attending the University of North Florida and studying international business.
In Jacksonville?
Yes, sir.
Good for you. Tyrone N. Watson is also a senior, does some studying and some singing. Do we have a little time? No, we won't put you on the spot here. Where are you going to school after you finish high school, Tyrone?
I've been recently accepted to the University of Florida, and I plan to go there and major in microbiology.
Good for you. And at the end is Jennifer Chu. She's also a 12th grader. She's into running, cross country, and art. Obviously, you don't do both of those things at the same time. Do you know where you're going to be going to school, Jennifer?
I plan to attend the University of Florida.
Okay, good luck to all of you. We are now going to continue with the A-Team Challenge. As we mentioned earlier, we increased point totals now for correct answers to 10 before we crank it up to 20 in our third round and then ask our final exam question to figure out who's going to win this thing. We got a pretty tight match. Hands on buzzers. Time for the 10-point round. Where were Juneau, Utah, and Omaha beaches? Clewiston, Roger.
France.
Judges? More specific information, please.
There were beaches along the French coast.
We need
they were
even...
attacked during World War II.
Judges, quickly, please. Normandy was the specific answer, but we got the thumbs up, so 10 points for Clewiston. Moving on, what common property of a gas is determined by the average kinetic energy per molecule of that gas? Clewiston, Philip.
Temperature?
Temperature is correct for 10 points. Here's a math question, first one of the 10-point round. What is the average capacity of two containers if one holds 7 gallons, 2 quarts, and the other holds exactly 3 gallons? 5 gallons, 1 quart is what we needed. If an interior decorator is putting the finishing touches on the inside of a house, what professional would be working on the outside surroundings? Roger, Clewiston.
A landscape.
That is correct for 10 points. From Latin for sheep, it's a type of military jacket with a high collar. What's it called? Paul, Bishop Verot.
Flak jacket?
No, sorry, incorrect. Clewiston, you get a few seconds. That would be a tunic. A tunic. Here's another math question in the 10-point round. If the length and width of a rectangle are doubled, the new area will be how many times larger than the original area? Clewiston, Tyrone.
4 times.
That didn't take very long. You're right for 10 points. Very good. That was for Clewiston. Within 20 degrees either way, what compass heading should a pilot assume if he wants to fly directly from Kansas City to Atlanta? Within 20 degrees either way. $130 degrees, so we would have taken anything from 110 to 150. We're in the 10-point round. Writing to his father in 1787, Mozart mentioned a teenage composer he had met and said of him, quote, "Keep your eyes on him. He will make the world talk about him someday." Of whom was Mozart writing? Paul, Bishop Verot.
Beethoven.
Beethoven, correct for 10. It was the last of the Confederate states to secede, but the first to be readmitted. Name this 16th state. Did we get in time there, judges? Bishop Verot, Steve.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, correct for 10 points. Be, have, shall, will, can, should, could, would. How are these verbs classified? Bishop Verot, Steve.
Helping verbs?
Or auxiliary verbs, either one. Good for 10 points. What is the most distinctive physical characteristic of the hog-like mammal known as the tapir? T-A-P-I-R. Philip, Clewiston.
Tusks.
No, sorry, incorrect. Bishop Verot?
The nose.
Jamie.
Nose.
Judges? Long, flexible snout. We'll give you nose for 10 points. Identify the art technique of representing three-dimensional objects in a plane surface. That's P-L-A-N-E. So they appear in the painting as they do in nature. Philip Clewiston.
Perspective.
That's right, for 10 points. After serving 2 terms, this president came out of retirement and accepted the position of Commander-in-Chief of the American Army in anticipation of the war with France, which fortunately was confined to naval operations. Can you name this man? Clewiston, Tyrone.
Andrew Jackson.
No, sorry, Tyrone. Bishop Verot. Ed.
George Washington.
That's correct for 10 points. What does nominal mean? Bishop Verot, Paul.
Naming.
No, sorry, incorrect. Clewiston? Roger?
None. Or minimal.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. We needed very small or slight. Very small or slight. We're still in the 10-point round here. Spain and Portugal are on the Iberian Peninsula. On what peninsula is Albania located? Philip Clewiston. The Balkans is correct for 10 points. What advice given to 51-year-old Abraham Lincoln by an 11-year-old girl altered his appearance for the rest of his life? Again, Philip Clewiston.
She told him to grow a beard.
That's right, because she told him his face looked too thin. That's correct for 10 points for Clewiston. That is the end of the second round here in the A-Team Challenge. We're going to show you the score, and we're going to come back with the 20-point round. It doesn't get any tighter than this. Stick around. We'll be right back.
A-Team. Yell it, yeah! Louder now! Go! A-Team.
Great news, homeowners. 800 Money Fast has recently been authorized to loan even more millions of dollars to qualified and previously unqualified homeowners throughout the great state of Florida. We make loans where others make excuses.
Whatever your financial needs are, the time is right to call 1-800-MONEY-FAST.
Call us now for home improvements, bill consolidation, refinance, pay off past due debts. Money fast for any purpose.
My neighbors have used 800 Money Fast for years. Now it's my turn. Thanks, 800 Money Fast.
We are the leader of Florida's mortgage lenders in fast, friendly home equity loans.
Hey, let me tell you, I called 800 Money Fast. Got my money easy, got it fast.
We're here to help you morning, noon, evening, and overnight with over 100 loan programs, and we'd like to say yes.
Interest rates and monthly payments are so low that we give you more money. More money. More money fast. Pick up your phone right now and dial 1-800-MONEY-FAST. That's 1-800-MONEY-FAST.
The Rollers have gotten pretty used to winning. But now Strikers captain Eddie Scooter Davenport is back. Eddie was sidelined by a sore on his foot that wouldn't heal. Got so bad he couldn't put on his shoes. But Eddie went to the Wound Care Center, part of Curative's national network of wound care specialists. They helped heal Eddie's foot, and now he's back in winning form. So if you've got a sore that won't heal, come to your Curative Network member Wound Care Center and get your life back.
Louder now! Go! A-Team.
And welcome back to the A-Team Challenge, 1998 style. We've got a new look. It's a much better show than it's been in the past, we think, and we hope you like it also. Okay, we're going to crank up the point totals here. We have a 10-point game between Bishop Verot and Clewiston, 110 to 100. The correct answers are now worth 20 points, and then we're going to get to our version of Final Jeopardy in just a minute. Are you ready? Actually, it'll be about 5 minutes, but here we go with the 20-point round. First one. Who said these famous first words, and to whom were they said? Quote, I perceive you have been in Afghanistan. Sherlock Holmes said those words to Dr. Watson. America's 200th birthday fell in a presidential election year. Who were the two opposing candidates for the presidency then? Bishop Verot, Paul.
Jimmy Carter and Gerald Ford.
That's correct. That's the year I graduated from college. Thought I'd share that with you. Previously, with an archaeological expedition, he joined Arab forces in 1916 and was a major factor in the defeat of the Ottomans, German allies. Later, he wrote the 7 Pillars of Wisdom. He died in a motorcycle accident. Who was he? Clewiston, Roger.
Sir Laurence Olivier.
No, I'm sorry. Incorrect. Bishop Verot? Kind of on the right track, Roger. Thomas E. Lawrence is who we were looking for. We're in the 20-point round. What kind of letter, based on the principle of geometric progression, is sent from a number of people to others, often in the hope of making money? Bishop Verot, Paul.
Chain letter?
That's correct for 20 points. What percentage of a ring would be gold if it were 24-karat gold? Clewiston, Roger.
At least 99%.
We'll give it to you. We get a nod, 100%, but it's 20 points for Clewiston. Situated among the New England states was an independent republic which in the 1780s seriously considered rejoining the British Empire. Name that republic which later became a state. Correct answer, Vermont. Vermont. Again, we're in the 20-point round. What labor-saving device for pilots was developed by William Lear? Clewiston, Roger.
Autopilot.
That's correct for 20 points. What do we call an event in the physical world that is attributed to direct and special divine intervention? Bishop Verot, Steve.
Miracle?
That's right, because it seems unexplainable by the laws of nature, and that's 20 points for Bishop Verot. With what phenomenon in physics are these scientists associated? William Gilbert, Henry Cavendish, Luigi Galvani, Benjamin Franklin. Steve, Bishop Verot.
Electricity?
That's correct, electricity for 20 points. What bowl-shaped pan is recommended for Chinese cooking? Paul, Bishop Verot.
Wok.
Wok's right. We ask all kinds of questions here on the A-Team Challenge. That's good for 20 points for Bishop Verot. It is now a computerized science using very sensitive equipment. The process involves silver or lead iodide dropped from airplanes or spewed into the clouds from Clewiston, Roger.
What is cloud seeding?
That's correct. We hope that you watch Jeopardy, and we like you do, but you don't have to form your answer in the form of a question. There are numerous types of clouds. Name the one that actually touches the Earth's surface. Name the one that actually Bishop Verot, Jamie.
Fog.
Fog is correct for 20 points. Which of the following substances is non-magnetic? Iron, nickel, aluminum, or cobalt? Clewiston, Philip.
Aluminum.
Aluminum is right for 20. PB is the symbol for lead. PT is the symbol for what element? Paul, Bishop Verot.
Platinum.
Platinum, correct for 20 points. Here's a math question, first one in the 20-point round. If you owned 300 shares of stock in the Acme Company and received $180 in dividends per year, and I owned 450 shares in the same company, what would my dividends accrue to in a year? Bishop Verot, Steve.
330?
No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Clewiston, you get an exclusive crack at it here. $270. Texas is the leading oil producer in the contiguous United States. What is the leading oil producer among the Canadian provinces? Bishop Verot, Paul.
British Columbia?
No, I'm sorry, that is wrong. Clewiston. Tyrone.
Ontario?
Nope, sorry, Alberta is what we needed, Alberta. That's the gong. It signifies the end of the third round of the A-Team Challenge, and we've got another tight game going on between Bishop Verot and Clewiston. We got a new deal here on the A-Team Challenge this year. We're going to tell you all about it. As I walk over, it's called Final Exam. We have a 70-point game here. We're going to put up 4 categories for our players to choose from. It's kind of our version of Final Jeopardy. The categories are math, language arts, science, and social studies. Now we're going to ask each team which category they've chosen. Let's start with Clewiston and Philip.
We chose social studies.
You chose social studies. We're going to put the question up for you at home, and I'll read it to you. And the question is, of the following persons elected to government office, the one whose term of office is longest is governor in most states, president, senator, or representative. Philip, I'm going to hand you this question right here. All right, we're going to move down now to Bishop Verot. You again get to choose from those categories. What will your category be?
Social studies.
I then will not read the question again because obviously we just showed it to our people at home. Both of you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to answer the question. We'll be back with your answers and find out how much you risked in just a minute.
Sky. Bonita Bay offers all of the basic elements in all of the right proportions.
Meet the people of Northern Trust, a bank built on 100 years of exceptional personal service. The people of Northern are your very neighbors, friends, and business associates. Their expertise lies in leadership, business development, banking, catering to the international client, local trust and investment management, loans, and brokerage. 2 offices, one in North Naples and one in Old Naples, extend the personal service of Northern Trust to clients throughout Collier County. Welcome to Northern Trust Bank, the private bank.
Year-end sale of sales, America's great recreational factory warehouse. Your last chance to save on all models. Huge store-wide discounts on every remaining spa and hot tub. New display closeout, one-of-a-kind. Hundreds to choose from. Unbelievable prices. Astronomical markdowns. Complete portables as low as $777. Charge it. No money down. No payments till June. First come, first served. No rain checks. Year-end sale of sales. Where else but Recreational Factory Warehouse, Fort Myers.
As we've been mentioning in this young season of the A-Team Challenge, we're doing things a little bit differently this year. In our 9th season here at WBBH Television and Waterman Broadcasting, we sort of have our version of Final Jeopardy now. We're calling it Final Exam. If you're just joining us, that's when players can choose from 4 different categories. They pick a question, they can risk up to 100 points, and it often changes the outcome of the game. Now, Clewiston was down by 70 points going into this. The score was 250 to 180 in favor of Bishop Verot. The question, or the category you picked was social studies. I'm going to read the question to you, and Philip, your mic's hot, and you give me the answer. The question was, of the following persons elected to government office, the one whose term of office is longest is governor in most states, president, senator, or representative. And your answer?
Senator.
Your answer, senator, is correct. You get 100 points. That takes you now to 280. Let's go downstairs here to Bishop Verot. For the benefit of everybody at home, I'm going to repeat the question one more time. Again, you all risked 40 points here, and the question is, of the following persons elected to government office, the one whose term of office is longest is governor in most states, president, senator, or representative. Paul, we're going to take your answer right now.
Senator?
Senator is correct for 40 points. That gives you all a total of 290. We have a 290 to 280 game. It doesn't get very much closer here on the A-Team Challenge. Congratulations to Bishop Verot. We have the luxury of a couple of extra seconds here. There are a couple of familiar faces here as we bid farewell to Clewiston because this is a single elimination tournament. It's kind of like the NCAA basketball tournament. They start with 64 teams, and when a team loses, they bow out. We started with 23 teams. A couple of you have been here before. You had familiar faces. Was it Tyrone that had been with us before? You're a senior, though, correct?
Yes.
So we're going to bid farewell to you. Any of you are underclassmen planning on trying out for the A-Team Challenge again next year?
Alternates.
You're all seniors. Oh, I'm going to take it for granted that you all are leaving then. And so we bid you farewell, and thank you very much for being a part of our competition here at WBBH Television. From Bishop Verot, we did have a couple of underclassmen here. First, let me congratulate you for winning. Who's the underclassman? And you guys are going to plan on trying to come back next year again? You'll have another game to play in the A-Team Challenge. That will be determined a little bit later as we move on in the season. And we thank you all very much for playing. Tune in again next week at 1:30 in the afternoon here on WBBH Television. We'll see you.
A-Team Challenge, climbing to new heights in education. Presented by NBC2 and the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools. Sponsored by Columbia HCA Healthcare, Northern Trust Bank, and Bonita Bay Properties.